I gotta say, viewers, this week there hasn't really been any giant bombshell AI news. However, there have been a lot of little tidbits falling out of the sky for us by the AI gods. Thank you, AI gods. You gotta remember to thank them, because they might just take over the world one day. Anyways, today I'm going to be bringing you viewers what I think is the most interesting little mini AI news cases from all around the world. We'll start out with this little tidbit. ChatGPT is far more popular than Google's Bard, which is a ChatGPT competitor. I haven't really talked too much about it on the channel. I've only made about 2 videos on Google Bard where ChatGPT, I mean, it's countless videos on, right? Anyways, Google Bard is just 7% of OpenAI's ChatGPT in usage, and that's last month when it launched. Which would mean, you know, the highest amount of traffic it's going to receive is right at launch, so hardly anybody is using Google Bard. This discovery was made by Level CO here on Twitter, and yeah, you can see the proof here. I mean, check this out, viewers. Google Bard had a total of 142 million visits, which seems like a lot. And then we move over to ChatGPT, and now that doesn't really seem like a lot. ChatGPT has a total of 1.8 billion visits. I mean, that is just ridiculous in comparison to Google Bard's numbers. So yeah, ChatGPT is absolutely crushing it. It does make sense though, because ChatGPT is way more user-friendly. It's got more features now. The plugins are here for ChatGPT, and it's just been the quote-unquote killer app for AI so far. So Google, catch up. Even Meta AI is taking the game to you. Minchoy here on Twitter points out that having a personal robot butler at home is a step closer to reality. I mean, this is a very fantastical idea to have a, you know, robot butler, robot nanny who kind of lives in your house and helps you with the general tasks. Of course, with AI, though, things are really heating up for this space. Home Robot developed something called Open Vocabulary Mobile Manipulation, OVMM, and it might solve the problem of a personal robot butler at home. Their little robot butler and the AI that powers it is able to complete a wide variety of tasks. Now, let's be honest, most of these tasks just revolve around moving objects at this time, but still, this is very impressive. We could not do this a year ago. This robot is tasked with this challenge. The object is open vocabulary, so it can be anything, right? So we say, pick up the stuffed toy on the chair and place it on the couch. And now this AI bot is going to recognize which object is the stuffed animal on the chair, find it, and slowly but surely it does actually locate the stuffed animal, and it uses its weird little grabber there to pick up the stuffed animal, and then it brings it all the way over to the couch, slowly but surely. Again, it does take some time. We're not really there yet. It goes, finds the couch, looks around. It does a lot of looking around, let's be honest. Oh, it lifts it up and then places it right on the couch. There we go. It actually trains all inside of a computer simulation, which makes a lot of sense. It's easy to simulate a little house, and I think that's how these things will be accomplished one day, by designing and training these things all around simulations of other people's houses. Imagine one day when you have to actually scan your house to train a personal robot on. Essentially, what this really is at the end of the day is software for tackling these really difficult problems of training a little robot on at-home butler-esque tasks. Right now, it's very simple, like I said. But this is the start. This is the start of having a little Android bot inside of your home. I don't know, viewers, tell me, would you want a robot living in your home, a little AI buddy, helping you out with different tasks, making you dinner, sweeping the floors? Would you let it care for your children while you're gone? I don't know. Seems a little frightening, but at the same time, we all need a little bit more help around the house, right? All right, this is amazing. This isn't the only one, but this has been one of the funniest so far. Essentially, there's just a bunch of AI parodies that are going around the internet now. This one is a non-stop debate versus Trump and Biden, and it's all in their robotic AI voices with AI-generated text, and the viewers can actually suggest topics that they debate on, and it's very silly and very funny. So this is what this one looks like here on Twitch. Obviously, all the topics are just ridiculous stuff that they would never really talk about, but that's what we want. For an AI party, it looks pretty good. It definitely sounds quite a lot like their voices. AI voice generation has come a long way, but I just love the idea of a never-ending silly debate between Trump and Joe Biden. This is very similar. All the text is AI generated. They're just 3D models walking around in rooms, and it's running on a computer somewhere. Joe Swanson has learned how to walk, which is pretty phenomenal. It's great stuff. I think my favorite, though, definitely has to be the AI SpongeBob, which for some reason keeps getting taken down by Paramount. They keep just taking the live stream down, saying you can't do this, but in reality, I don't see any issues with it. It's a parody of the original. It definitely doesn't replace the original, so I'm not so sure why YouTube allows it to get taken down like this, but it's really quite funny. And they just talk about nonsense essentially the whole time. Yeah, the viewers suggest topics, and they go through, and the AI tries to convert it into a SpongeBob episode. As you can see, they're talking about committing tax fraud right now, so yeah, it's not exactly like normal SpongeBob. I am a huge fan of these little AI-generated shows. They are so funny. This was absolutely mind-blowing. Illumin AI is showing off a brand new 2D photo to 3D scene technology. This was the original Midjourney image, and this is what they were able to produce. It's truly mind-blowing stuff. It really looks like a 3D scene. It actually mapped out the pathways and little caverns and bridges quite well. It seems like it came together. This is the baby steps of this technology. I always say that, but honestly, it's come a long way in a very short amount of time. Imagine just taking a nice looking 2D image and projecting it into a 3D world. That would be awesome. So easy to create video game levels and stuff like that, interactive VR even, just all out of singular images. Can't believe how well those bridges came out. So viewers, I already did a video on this, but Meta AI actually announced their brand new voice box AI technology. It's a multilingual, high-quality text-to-speech AI. It can clone voices with only 2 seconds of audio, which is pretty crazy. Google just released an AI that can also do that, but I think this one is a little bit better. It has some multimodal capabilities that the Google one doesn't possess, such as actually being able to repair speech. So let's say I recorded something and I messed up, I fumbled up my words, or I wanted to restate something inside of an audio recording. I could completely erase that section and then fill it in with the voice box generation. It would actually speak in my voice. It is some of the best text-to-speech that I have seen so far. Again, I did a whole video on it, so I recommend you guys check that one out. And they've also made this model locked down for now. Usually Meta makes their stuff open source for everyone to manipulate. In fact, their wonderful music gen AI was just made open source for everybody, but this one not yet, because they say it's just too dangerous for society to have as this technology. Even though we do have very good voice cloning from the likes of 11 Labs. But 11 Labs has been misused so far. The genie's already out of the bottle. I don't know, tell me what you viewers think in the comments below. Should models that can clone voices with only 2 seconds of recording be used? Should that be open source stuff that everyone has access to, or should it be locked down like this? So apparently Mercedes-Benz is adding ChatGPT to its in-car voice assistant. It's going to be in the form of a beta program inviting owners to add the AI tool to their vehicles. Honestly, if I had to guess, none of you viewers at home are going to have a Mercedes-Benz that has this capability. I feel like it's a very small handful of people. That's gonna help the Benz's voice assistant respond more to complex commands. I could just imagine you literally talking to an AI robot as you drive down the road, or as it drives you down the road, more likely. Interestingly enough, Amazon's Alexa hasn't even got capabilities that are this good yet, or Apple's Siri, so we're still waiting on all that. I'm expecting that Amazon Alexa AI to be very, very good, though. And who could forget, probably one of the biggest stories lately that I haven't even talked about yet on the channel is these AI QR code generators. So essentially you can make working QR codes, ones that you could actually scan with your phone. It's actually all made out of this beautiful Stable Diffusion-esque art. It's more fun to have a QR code that actually looks like something and conveys an idea or a thought, or even possibly the website it's taking you to. And it's all made possible with Stable Diffusion. So viewers, as you could imagine, they have all kinds of stuff for this. Obviously, they have Hugging Face demos where you can generate different QR codes by inputting prompts. They have entire Discord servers where you can generate them for free, which is really nice. But the examples of these QR codes are just so awesome. Here's a really nice one of a little village that is made out of a QR code. As you can see, the AI works really hard to try to make all of the dots and everything line up. Like this one, you can barely even tell it's a QR code, but sure enough, if you hold up your phone to it, it will work as a QR code. It hides all of the information inside of this really nice looking image. You can see this one is the Golden Gate Bridge, I think it's supposed to be. It's very interesting though how it's able to hide out all of that QR information. Obviously, people are taking this onto characters as well, where you can literally have people end up being a part of the QR code, or any character you could imagine, really. It's really, really quite awesome technology, and it's nice. We finally have like a fun version of a QR code, not just some boring, blocky mess. Here's an Indiana Jones one. We've got one that's a little bit of a mix of a city. It looks like trying to be maybe New York or something, like a drawing of New York. This one is really fun as well. You can even outpaint them in this case, as you can see, to get a little bit extra on the sides there. Just really, really cool and unique codes. Here we have a little iPhone example of all of these QR codes actually operating, where you can see there's just so many different options, so many different creative ways. There's a burger in that one. I mean, you can do whatever you want with this. Really fantastic stuff. I'm happy about this. We'll see if enough news comes out where I can make something big for Friday, hopefully. But yeah, it's been a slower week in AI, I will admit. One of my goals on this channel has been to try to keep you guys updated with the latest and greatest in AI tech. Don't worry, I still will have other videos planned, but I'm hoping for a big announcement. It's been a while since OpenAI has released something massive. Maybe they'll come through, or even Microsoft. Maybe we'll finally get access to one of those locked away AIs that's been forgotten in the past. Maybe some Google research even. And viewers, let me know in the comments below what your favorite tidbit was from this actual video. I honestly think it was those AI live streams. They've been around for a while now, but they are so much fun and they just keep getting better. Thanks for watching, viewers, and I'll see you in the next one.